Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Vigilance Committee. Got some things to do today. Timers beware. First one in here. Appreciate you. Dub Wubs, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Michael Reed. All right, good to see you. Let's see who else is in here. Generally Specific is in the chat. Good. You need to see these things. STD. You're my favorite mod today. Stephanie's not here right now. I think she's probably sleeping still. So don't tell her I said that. Let's see, keeping the swine in line. Jenny, good to see you. Ozzy Nathan, must be afternoon tomorrow there, I guess. I don't know what time it is there, but it's good to see you. By the way, you were just a shitty guest. And I'll elaborate on that too. Everybody that I've ever had as a guest on my channel are shitty guests, according to a very well-known person out there. You're just all shitty guests. That's all I've had in my channel is shitty guests. So we'll get more into that, and I'll explain it here in a little bit. But I don't believe that anybody that I've shared on this channel or had guests on this channel has been shitty. But according to someone, that's all you guys are. A bunch of shitty guests. That's why my channel isn't growing. So, and I don't care that it's not growing. I really don't. I'm kind of caught in the middle of things because I'm not a sycophant, even though I'm being accused of it. And so we'll get more into that. So here's what I want to show us. This is what I want to show today. And bear with me, guys. It's early in the morning. I've got my tremors are much more prevalent in the morning. Actually, no, I don't want to show this guy first. Let me go back. Close this and stop screen. And I'm going to take myself off because it is fading in and out. Like the whole boot mentioned that. So I'm going to just take myself off camera. There we go. Share the screen here. And I want to go here. And I'm going to make this big. Actually, yeah, I better make it big here because I want you guys to look at the chat here. So do you see where it says the Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams? So the Vigilance Committee is actually banned from Christopher Ruff's channel. And so I watched the whole thing. And when I really wanted to say something, I went ahead and put into my personal channel and typed this because he had his partner in crime in his live stream last night. And so I take a little different angle on what I'm doing compared to what others are doing. I don't operate in the same way or fashion as for public safety. I don't agree with everything that for public safety does or says. And I'm going to demonstrate that today as well. But if you read that, can everybody see that where it says Amanda, which is his partner who committed the robbery? Was Robert a bad guy? Question mark. Did you feel good about them, Christopher Ruff and his other partner, beating Robert, who was the victim, right? Do you now feel anything about what happened? Okay, so she does answer me on this. And you guys got to remember too that Christopher Ruff said, and he said it many times over the years too, he only committed crimes against bad people, criminals, drug dealers, really bad people. And so I wanted to find out if this victim in this particular crime that he did that got him 7 years in prison, I wanted to find out if it was a bad guy that he robbed. So let's find out here. Go ahead and press play. And as soon as she answers my question, I'm going to show you guys that answer too. Was he a bad guy?
Which was the 1304.
I just gave them all a secret injection of some kind of stimulant. They're going to be moving a little bit faster. Bear with us. This is getting a little annoying, so I had to stimulate them with a 1.5 playback.
Here, it was this one, I believe. Yes, so it was kidnapping. And then it says, if the victim is under 15 years of age, kidnapping is a class 2 felony. And what was he charged with? Where's my PDF file? Oh, I'm going to have to bring it up again. No, I'll just do this. Bring that back up for you guys. All right. So kidnapping, a class 2 dangerous felony. If the victim is under 15 years of age, kidnapping is a class 2 felony punishable pursuant to section 13705.
So this right here, this charge, a class 2 felony, you just read that, is the victim was 15 years old.
Right, but also underneath this, it says a person who is at least 18 years of age and who is convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the first degree involves commercial sexual exploitation of a minor or child sex trafficking.
So while Tiffany and Nikki were doing this, I was trying to tell them, hey, stop doing that. His victim was not a child. And besides that, that's all kinds of TOS type stuff happening there. Terms of service, certain words you shouldn't be saying. So I was trying to get their attention, but I didn't get it fast enough. And we all know that Christopher Ruff, I don't believe, has ever committed any crimes against children. So they're kind of on the wrong track there. But I think they're just looking up statutes and reading the statutes, how they're being shown on there. So I don't think they were trying to imply that Christopher Ruff committed crimes against children. But of course, he's going to take it that way.
And the person has previously been convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the first degree shall be sentenced to imprisonment in the custody of State Department of Corrections for natural life. So he didn't get life. So a person who is at least 18 years of age who is convicted of a dangerous.
Oh, right there. All right. So this is mermaid mushrooms. Can you guys see that where it says at Vigilance Committee? Can you guys see that? Put a 1 in the chat if you can see her response to me. So I'm going to read it to you anyway, but put a 1 in the chat if you can actually read it yourselves. Okay. So it looks like a couple people can. Put a 2 in the chat if you can't read it. I mean, my eyes are bad, so I can't read it on the little screen that I have up here. Okay, but it looks like a lot of people were able to read it for themselves, but I'm going to go ahead and read it out loud anyway. So she says, and this, remember, this is the driver of the crime of robbery that they did against this guy named Robert. At Vigilance Committee, we were on a lot of drugs. I don't think Robert was a bad person, and we did not want to hurt him. I felt bad afterward that he was hurt. Now, she says by Tyler. Now, does everybody believe it was just Tyler that beat Robert, or could it have been both? Because according to the documents, it was both of them that beat him. And even Christopher Ruff said, yeah, we beat the hell out of him. He couldn't even be recognized by his mother. So his own words, not mine. And I think a lot of people have watched that where he did say that it was both of them. Now she's trying to give him cover because she's the ex-girlfriend, right? And he asked her to come up on here into the chat today. So I think she's just saying, I felt bad afterward that he was hurt by Tyler. She kind of left out the fact that Christopher Ruff has already admitted that he and Tyler beat the hell out of the guy. Okay, so that's one answer. I'm not paying attention to anybody else in the chat. I'm asking my questions. And eventually I get timed out for 24 hours by Christopher Ruff, and I'll tell you where that happens too. Here we go.
This bitch is reading some shit that has nothing to do with our case. Look at this.
He's right about
Look at what
that.
she's reading here, ladies.
Yeah, he's right here. They're reading something that has. I don't think they were doing it on purpose. I think they were just reading, and they kind of got off track here. But here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, dangerous crimes against children. Why the fuck has your mind gone to children again? This Nikki bitch just done told you that ain't the right shit, and you're like, hold on, let me just finish reading this anyway to, mess some shit up. It's about kids. Hold on, it's gonna be good. Let's do this. Like you.
I don't think that Tiffany was doing that out of malice. He's taking it that way, and that's fine. And he has a right to be a little bit upset, thinking that they're trying to make him out to be, somebody that commits crimes against children, which I don't believe. So trying to be fair here.
You guys are fucking sick. Look at this. Dangerous crimes against children. Why the fuck are you even reading that? What the fuck does that have to do with this at all? Oh, what a dumb bitch. That's super weird. Kill Miller with $5. Ruff, I hope your mean wife lets you see your kids for Xmas. Fuck Ritter, the woman beater. Yeah, I agree. Thank you for that.
And again, woman beater, never convicted of domestic violence. I don't care what anybody says. He was never convicted of domestic violence. He was convicted of a couple of assaults, but never domestic violence. They got that information from frauditor channels who it's already been proven that they have falsified documents and put them up on the screen. There is proof of that. And we've all seen it. We've all seen the proof that of certain things, like the Kentucky driver's license document. And we all saw when he called the Department of Motor Vehicles fraud department, they confirmed he never had a Kentucky driver's license. But Dummy Kruger had a document showing that there was a Kentucky driver's license. Ooh, that's egregious. There's other documents out there too. And GS, you know what other fraudulent documents are out there because you got emailed one. And yes, I did admit to not forwarding that over for public safety because I thought somebody else already did. And he was quite shocked in the courtroom when that was presented in the courtroom as well. So this isn't the first time that I've said that either, GS. So you can get off that kick now, okay? Because I have said I didn't forward it either. And I'm ashamed to say that I didn't forward it because it took him by surprise. So there you have it. Think about Ruff's
mermaid mushroom
thing here.
Hey, Amanda.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here you go. We're getting ready to hear from Christopher Ruff about this old coot that's just a bitter old man.
Vigilance Committee is a bitter old man.
And of course, he still can't pronounce my channel name.
That is upset that I talk shit about him. He is so touched by what I have said about.
I'm not upset at all that he talks shit about me. None of this stuff phases me in the least. And watch his chat start attacking me, and I don't respond to any of them. I just continue to ask my questions
about him. That what I have said,
right. But Christopher, here's what I said. But Christopher Ruff said he only did the things to bad people. He only committed crimes on bad people, drug dealers, things like that. Like he was a Robin Hood. So that's how I responded to her answer to me. Okay. Because that's what he's done. He has said that he only committed crimes against bad people, drug dealers. She just said he wasn't bad, this victim. So which is it, Ruff? You either she's lying or you're lying. Why don't you guys, maybe you didn't get your story straight here. But she said this Robert victim was not a bad guy. So was he a bad guy? Maybe you should answer to that, Ruff, because you said you only committed crimes against bad people. So, see, I'm not going after all the shit that everybody else goes after. I'm going after the character of the man, and he's lying and he's using his own words, and she's already contradicted some of his own words, and she's on there on this channel, in this chat for him because he asked her to be there, and she just contradicted something that he's been saying all along, that he only committed crimes against bad people. Not true.
Have said about him, and what Lick the Whole Boot has said about him, he is so touched by that he actually went and took a shower finally.
I take a shower every day. Every day. I'm just a bitter old man.
And, gave himself a little trim up.
And I don't take baths. Lick the Boot seems to think that I enjoy bathing. No, I don't. I don't do baths. I do showers.
You need to get her, Ruff. What does that mean? Yeah, I got probation for kidnapping. Yeah, man. That vigilance community is Cliff Williams. He's a very bitter old man. That just I called his friend out. His friend is ET right here, and he don't like it. So
I do consider for public safety and official misconduct friends, and they know I don't like everything they say and do, and I don't have to. But I still support them because I think what's happening to them is very, very wrong. And people are getting things twisted. And I even tried to have Lick the Whole Boot call me so that we could talk about it because he was going down that wrong track that everybody else has gone down. Dummy Kruger, Fraudit Wrangler, Michael Kaiser, Frauditor Troll, Christopher Ruff, and Lick the Whole Boot. Gosh, who else? Can anybody think of anybody else that's been going after Chris and Tiffany over all this bullshit? And us that have been watching this for the last 2 years unravel, and we've watched every single stream that Chris and Tiff have done, and we've seen the evidence that they're not privy to. They haven't seen it because they don't bother to go through every single video and live stream that Chris and Tiff that for public safety has done over the last 2.5 years. They haven't really invested. They're. I'm going to show you guys how good of investigators they are. Nikki and I are apparently married, so you're going to hear that too.
expose.
Oh, JJ.
Tifaho.
JJ Kfar, yeah. And I mean, there's just one after the other. They just jump on this bandwagon of falsehoods and run with it without really doing a proper investigation. So here we go. Smoke it up. Smoke up. All right. Okay. See, oh, hi, Cliff. He very butthurt. Here, mermaid mushrooms. That's her. That's what's her name again? I think it starts with an A. Well, she's been going by mermaid mushrooms in here. That's the partner in crime. Thanks for the clarification. I'm just a bitter old guy, so she's saying thanks for the clarification. And all I've been doing is just asking these questions, and I'm being attacked in the chat because as soon as Christopher Ruff says something about me, they all pile on. So it's kind of funny, actually. Cliff is desperate for attention. Cliff V for Vagisil. Okay.
Yeah, Cliff, you are
Yeah.
the definition of throwing your lot into the wrong basket.
Right. No, you are the definition of throwing your lot into the wrong fucking basket, idiot.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're just wrong. Here's the other one. No, Cliffy needs to teach Vag some grooming cleanser clean. It's just greasy, liar, ours too. Wow. Um,
Yeah,
stinky old man. Cliff is a stinky old man. Yeah. Okay. Yes, there's just no. Cliffy needs to teach Vag. Whoever that is talking about the angry dad needs to teach some grooming cleanser clean. It's greasy liar ours too. But whatever. I mean, it's just stupid shit. They just jump on that bandwagon. And then here's Mermaid Mushroom. Laugh out loud. You can tell how new I am here. I have no idea who you people are. She doesn't, and that's okay. I really appreciated her honesty, and I even said that in the chat here too.
A diverse chat. I try not to, kick people out so everybody can come in here and talk shit for the most part.
Really? Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been timed out for 24 hours by Christopher Ruff. In fact, I'm going to pick up my phone here and I'm going to put a 1 in the chat. I've been completely banned on this channel, the Vigilance Committee. You can't see anything I type in on that one. How about anybody else? Anybody else in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you've been banned or timed out for 24 hours just by asking questions. Not really. You haven't said anything that was against TOS. You haven't. Dub Wub says he's been completely blocked. Let me pull this up here. My tremors. There's my 1. There's Tyrants Beware's 1. There's Mirror's 1. Dub Webs. I have been completely blocked before he had mods. Yeah, yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else been timed out just for coming in the chat and disagreeing at all? Mirrors. I don't even see his comments in a post. LOL. Completely blocked. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue here. I'm sure there's going to be more people that'll if you're not seeing this live because we're doing this pretty early in the morning. In fact, there's just 19 of you in here. It was actually 4:50 my time when I started this stream, so I'm sure other people will say, "Oh, look at that, Rogue Nation." I'm completely blocked. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've never featured you or had you as a guest on my channel yet, Rogue. So that's a good thing because all of my guests have been shitty guests. Just so you know, according to Ruff, all of my guests have been shitty. So it's a good thing good thing I didn't ask you to share your body of work on my channel yet. I'll get around to it. Hey, Jocko Kansas, good to see you. You probably don't want to be a guest on my show because all of my guests are shitty. Even though I'd like to have you, I'd like to share your body of work as well. Send me an email if you if you do want to, in spite of what Christopher Ruff says, and he's going to say it here. I'm not just blowing smoke. Everything that I say, he said. So here we go.
It's not like a solid all the way around concrete thing.
There you go. Vigilance. How you like being timed out, bitch? So I'm a bitch. Yeah. Okay.
That is subject to change by the dictator, and right now I'm the fucking dictator. So
Oh, he told you the same thing, Rogue. Oh, you're irrelevant. Yeah. What's that one say? Oh, Cliff smells like stale farts. Oh god.
this shit's really weird. You're even reading this. I don't know what the fuck the goal is here.
Crime against children in the first degree involving sexual assault of a minor who is 12 years of age. Kid was older than that. So except as otherwise provided in this section, a person who is at least 18 years of age or who has been tried as an adult and who is convicted of a dangerous.
Stop reading that stuff. I was trying to get their attention to stop reading all that stuff because it is, terms of service. They're saying sexual assault, the S word, all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's another one. Cliffy has permanent stale fart smell. Okay.
Crime against children in the first degree involving attempted first degree murder of a minor who is under 12 years of age, sexual assault of a minor who is under 12 years of age. Are all of these about kids that young? So this is about a previous offense.
Vigilance deserves it. Okay.
No, hang on. Except
I
as
wasn't
otherwise
even.
provided, a person.
I really wasn't even paying attention to what everybody was saying about me. I was really focused on his partner in crime in the chat, asking her questions. And remember, she said that this victim that they victimized was not a bad guy, even though Direct D has been saying he never robbed anybody that was a good person. He only robbed and did crimes against other criminals, so like he was a Robin Hood or something. Yeah, he's always said that. So he's been lying for years about his true nature and what he did in his early years. So he hasn't really taken accountability for all of his actions, even though he tries to tell people that he has. He hasn't.
Who is at least 18 or has of a dangerous crime against children in the first degree. Yep, that's involving murder. Okay. Dangerous crime in the first degree.
And then D says, except as otherwise provided in this section, a person.
Oh, Double Up. Yeah, remember, he's not Direct D. He doesn't own that channel, except both descriptions on his two channels literally says he is Direct D and owns all content. Now, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't get into all of those types of arguments. I get into who is Christopher Ruff and what is his character. And he's proven himself. He's proven himself to be a bad character. And that's what really gets under his skin is when I call him out on that, or when I get somebody to contradict what he said in the past and I call it out. It really, really butt hurts him. I'm not butt hurt by him at all. Yeah. Double Ups Wells, he's clearly a liar, Cliff. Yeah, he clearly is.
Who is at least 18 years of age or who has been tried as an adult and who is convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the first degree involving second degree murder of a minor who is under 15 years of age may be sentenced to life imprisonment and is not eligible. Okay, what's the next one say? Except as otherwise provided in the section, a person who is at least 18 years of age or who has been tried as an adult and who is convicted of a dangerous crime against children. So every single one of these says that the person has to have been convicted of a dangerous crime against a child prior to this.
F.
Define F.
F, except as otherwise provided, and then it says kidnapping.
A person who is at least 18 years of age or who has been tried as an adult.
There you go. At least 18 years of age. So you don't even have to go any further than that. And I was trying to get their attention in the chat too, to stop on this whole line here, because it doesn't really apply. And I agree with Christopher Ruff when he says none of that shit applies. But like I said, I don't believe they were trying to do that out of malice. Everyone knows. Well, I believe that Christopher Ruff has never committed a crime on children. I mean, that's a bridge too far for me to try to believe something like that. I don't.
And who was convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the first degree involving aggravated assault, unlawful mutilation, molestation of a child, sexual exploitation of a minor, aggravated luring a minor for sexual exploitation, child abuse, or kidnapping, shall be sentenced to a term of.
So I know that he did say when he was a juvenile, he kicked a pregnant woman in the stomach. So, but he was a kid himself. You know, kids, especially if they were brought up in a pretty negative environment. I believe his childhood was probably not a good childhood. He's lived a pretty rough life, so doesn't excuse anything that he's done as a juvenile. But he was a juvenile, so let's keep that in mind. People do grow up.
Of imprisonment as follows. The minimum for that was 10 years. Maybe if we go on down, because he got 7. Okay, so
here's a minimum.
So it's-
Let's see.
the minimum for 5 years, a person who has been previously convicted of one.
Nope.
Shall we since imprisonment follows? Oh, so this one maybe. Let's see how they did this.
Keep going down.
Okay, so this.
Hi, Carte Blanche. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you in my chats a lot. This is not typical content for my channel. If you guys go back and look at all the videos of my previous, when Nikki was with me, we never put this kind of stuff on at all, ever. So this is different content for me. I don't like it, but truth has to be told on certain things, and I always tell the truth. And this guy knows, tyrants beware. I've been accused of agreeing with tyrants beware when he called CPS on KFAR. Tyrants beware knows how I feel about that. You don't call the state on anybody, period. Especially CPS. No. So I don't have to like everything that people do to still support what the other work that they're doing. And Tyrants Beware is doing a lot of work behind the scenes and out front that is good work too. And he is defending things that he believes in. And he's going to run his channel the way he does. I don't have to agree with everything that he does. And he knows that I don't agree with ever calling CPS on anyone for any reason, because they can really be a battering ram for the government, to where they take kids away from families undeservedly so. So yeah. So here we go. There. Thank you for that, Tyrus Beware. And I do still support you and your channel, but I don't always have to agree with everything that you do. Just like for public safety and official misconduct, I don't have to agree with everything they do, and I call them out for some of the things that I don't like what they're doing, because I'm not a sycophant. I'm not just a believer of what everybody says, and I don't have to. Yeah, it's just like anyone. Yeah, you have friends. Um, you don't have to agree with everything they do, but still be friends with them, you know, because of the other good qualities and traits that they have. But and I've said these things publicly before too. I don't know why some people haven't picked that up or picked up on it. But if I don't like something that somebody's done, I tell them. So
Maybe this one, 2.5. Except as otherwise provided in this section, has been tried as an adult. Every single one of these involves.
Again, in the first degree, that's 3969.
Right in this section, a person who is at least 18 years of age or who has been tried as an adult and who is convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the first degree.
Right here,
M. Okay. Notwithstanding Chapter 10 of this title, a person who is at least 18 years of age or who has been tried as an adult and who is convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the second degree. That's another previous conviction of a child crime.
Has been tried and is convicted. Okay, it says he's at least 18 or was tried as an adult. He is convicted of a dangerous crime against a minor. It doesn't say what age, just against children in the second degree. He was convicted of a crime, a dangerous crime.
No, the key word is previously. All of these say previously convicted.
This one doesn't.
Which one?
M, like Mary.
That's the one that I just read.
Where's
previously? 18 years old, or who? Okay, so is at least 18 years of age, or who?
Nikki looks like she's even Sticky Nikki sounds like she's losing the will to live. Where would people come up with that kind of shit? I don't get this. These people in his chats are absolutely wow. Sycophants, I guess, for lack of a better word. They just believe everything that Christopher Ruff says, everything that comes out of his mouth.
Who has been tried as an adult and who is convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the second degree, pursuant to subsection B, C, E, F, or I, is guilty of a Class C felony. Okay, so convicted of a dangerous crime against children in the second degree, pursuant to subsection.
And Mirrors, I do agree. No one should ever accuse somebody of something like that unless there's absolute proof. So I do agree with that as well. Doesn't mean I like you, but I don't mind you either. I mean, we all have different opinions on things. You've never heard of Nikki being tired on YouTube? No, I've never heard of her being tired on YouTube either. She does have an 8 to 5 job, I believe, but she, I don't want to get into her personal life. So, but no, she stays up late sometimes. She kind of like me. I don't have a real. I like to go to bed at 7, be asleep by 8, get up at 4. So that's my usual schedule. Tonight I was up all night because I was watching this stuff, and so I'm still not tired though. I just wanted to get this out here and answer to some of the bullshit that's been thrown out there.
I'm not getting bored. The level of stupid is off the fucking charts. We weren't convicted of anything against children. What the fuck? Oh yeah, you guys are on another level. Another fucking level. This is stupid on off the charts right here. Like your inability to understand that you're not even reading the right statute is hilarious.
B, C, E, F, or I. So it's not B, C, E, F, I.
So TV, are you saying that you'll be talking about this stuff tonight? Because I got taking in there, but you might have missed the L.
But you know what B, C, E, F, and I have in common? Do a dangerous crime against children.
They sound pretty when you
See, there's me, timed out for asking questions. Because I didn't do anything. I didn't call anybody names. I didn't do anything unwarranted at all. And they timed me out. I think it was for like 5 minutes or so. And now I'm back in.
say best.
Okay. Not eligible for release, confinement of any basis except as specified or specifically authorized by Section 31.
Oh, and they immediately recognize me. Oh, Cliffy, you're back. Cliffy, they like to call me.
1, 2, 33.
Which I don't
Section
care.
A or B.
Cliff, you're going to shut your fucking fat, old, stupid mouth or you're not going to be in here.
Yeah, my fat, old, stupid mouth. Okay, what did I do? I asked questions. Yeah, so continue.
That's how it's going to be for you. Cliff.
Yeah, Quiff.
You're going to shut your fat, stupid, fucking old mouth or you're just not going to be in here. Somebody's
Yeah.
going to time you out because you're fair game to the moderators. Everybody else is safe but you.
So you guys get that? Because I'm asking questions and I had his partner in crime contradict something that he's been saying for years, that he only commits crimes against other criminals and bad people. And she said he wasn't a bad person. He doesn't like that. I got under his skin on this. And that's the proof.
Fucker.
Until the person has
Yeah.
served this.
Yeah, I'm a fucker because I'm calling you out on your bullshit. And I'm doing it in such a way that all I'm doing is asking questions and I'm getting contradictory answers from a partner in crime that you invited into your chat. You think I'm not going to ask her questions? But I should shut the fuck up, fucker. I'm just a fat old man.
Sentence imposed by the court. The person is eligible for release pursuant to Section 41. I don't care about that release right now.
But see, that's N. That's a different subsection. M has a minimum 5 years.
Right. I just finished reading M. I hadn't jumped down to N yet. That was just after the B, C, E,
Oh,
or
okay.
N.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got some more. Person who is convicted of any dangerous crime against children in the 2nd degree and who has been.
So Cliffy, cliffhanger. I guess I blocked Cliff a while ago. I don't see it. Cliffy, your questions don't matter, fucking moron. Nikki and your fucking friendly friends, Cliffy. Yeah, we don't matter. You know,
Previously convicted of.
it's time to attack Cliffy because he's asking questions that Direct D does not like. Because Direct D is being exposed and he doesn't like it. That's why he gets so upset when I'm in there asking particular questions.
One or more. I don't know what that
See,
was.
this is going to be a which word? Concurrently?
This is painful.
No, I know what that is. Is it predicate?
Predicate, meaning a person who's had a felony before.
Oh, okay.
Someone was listening on one of my previous lives, direct derelict, the reprobate doesn't deserve any attention. Yeah, given over to a reprobate mind. GS, where did you go? I don't see you in the chat. I hope nobody timed him out. If you did, go back and untime him out. I don't want him timed out in here at all. I want him to see this stuff, and I want him to be able to answer to some of this stuff. So if you timed him out, go back and undo it. I don't know how.
I've never seen or used that word. That's crazy. I'm in my 4th.
Quiff, are you claiming you're not bitter at all?
Yeah, I'm claiming I'm not bitter at all. Is that a problem? Obviously it is. Cliffy, go play on the train tracks. Cliffy, your questions don't matter, fucking moron. Nikki and your fucking friends, Cliffy. Yeah, I'm being attacked in the chat, but I'm not bitter about it. I don't really give a shit. I'm not bitter. It's funny.
Old man, your only beef was with me that I was saying mean things about the people that you liked.
No, I wasn't mad because you were saying mean things about people I like. And I haven't been mad at all. I've been trying to tell you that you're fucking wrong, that what Chris and Tiff have been going through for the last 2.5 years. Um, there's been a lot of trolls going against them, putting out all of these different narratives, and you've just jumped on the latest one of the latest ones to jump on that bandwagon. Things that we've disproven for the last 2 years now. You're just now coming around to figuring, jumping on that bandwagon and not really understanding the whole story. So you're a dumb fuck, and I'm showing that you're a dumb fuck. So that's all.
You supported.
I'm not bitter about it.
That's it. So the fact that you talked so much shit about me over the last month on your own channel, Amanda,
I've talked shit about him on his own channel. He's trying to, he's trying to talk to Amanda about this because Amanda's was his partner in crime, and he's trying to make sure that she doesn't say things that or give me information that I can use against Ruff's own fucking words, and that's what he's pissed about. Oh, here in the chat, Cliffy, go take a long walk off a short pier. Okay, sounds like somebody my age. Hey Cliff, your girl has a dumbass. Is dumb as dirt. They can't even. I mean, hey Cliff, your girl is as dumb as dirt. Cliffy bum. He just loves sucking pickles. So his whole chat is attacking me, and I didn't even notice all this stuff. I'm just waiting on being able to talk to his partner in crime again to try to get more information that contradicts everything he's been saying. And I found one in particular. He's always said, I only did crimes against other bad people. She's already said that victim was not a bad person, and she felt bad that he got beat by his other partner in crime. Didn't want to say him, but it was both of them because he even said so. Christopher Ruff said that they both beat the hell out of this guy, where his mom couldn't even recognize him when he went to the hospital. So, not my words, Direct D's words, Christopher Ruff's words.
you can go over to the Quiff's channel and see all the shit that he likes to talk.
But you notice how he just says Quiff's channel, and he can't pronounce the Vigilance Committee. He doesn't really want people coming to my channel and seeing the truth and the way that I break this stuff down. He doesn't really want them over here.
Like, you're delusional, you fat old loser piece of shit.
I'm a fat old loser piece of shit, and I'm delusional. Is this supposed to hurt me? Because it doesn't. You think I'm crying? I'm not.
Shit, dude. You're a fucking delusional piece of shit. Straight up. Not bitter. Homeboy, you weren't even I wasn't even talking about you at all. I am.
Yeah, but I'm kind of getting under your skin, aren't I, Christopher Ruff? Look at his face. He's pissed. Cliffy, go play Watchman. Cliffy, you're not honest. Amanda was there, you bitter liar piehole. Amanda, so I said, Amanda, you do see the attacks against me, right? Because I haven't said anything back. I haven't called him any names. I haven't called anybody in the chat names. In fact, I barely even saw their stuff. I just noticed when they said my name, and I was mainly just talking to her.
Nothing to say about you until you wanted to pipe in. Like some
Yeah,
little schoolgirl fucking ninny that's you be mean to my friend.
No, not at
Bro,
all.
sit your old ass down and shut the fuck up, like I said.
Yeah, sit your old ass down and shut the fuck up, like I said. In other words, don't ask Amanda questions. Don't ask her questions because you'll end up finding out some truth. That's exactly what I was doing. Carte blanche. She's not talking about you, Cliff, at all, unless you include the last 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh no, I know. I know. He's trying to talk about Tiffany and Nikki. and how they were doing their stuff, right? But I'm coming in and I'm finding out. Like I said, I have a different angle than they have. I want to know the character of this Christopher Ruff guy, and I'm finding out a lot of things in his chat when I ask questions.
Shut the fuck up, moderators. If he doesn't shut the fuck up, smack him with like 30 seconds every now and again, just to annoy him.
Term of school, and I haven't seen her use it yet.
And then when I say I'm being attacked, they go, attacks? Grow up, Cliff. The Vigilance Committee? Yeah. I don't know who you are, Cliff. Don't really care. I know that Chris Ruff, and I trust what he says. And that was his partner in crime. So she knows Christopher Ruff, and she trusts what he says, even though she directly contradicted him. That Robert, the victim that she was involved in that crime with, was not a bad person. Was not a bad guy.
Fine's only the main one.
You're fucking
And
a
Cliff said to watch
scumbag,
over,
bro.
apparently,
Ugh.
because of the subject matter of
Yeah, so that's me saying, Cliff, because of the subject matter.
Oh, good looking out. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I appreciate you letting me know that, though.
and
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't either. I was reading. I was just like,
Yeah, see, I finally got their attention.
so there's the offense. I just looked it up in my Black's Law Dictionary. An earlier offense that can be used to enhance a sentence levied for a later conviction. Offenses are defined by statute and are not uniform from state to state. Okay. All right,
And
so
In the
here's somebody
beginning of
else.
this live stream,
When this came up, Cliffy, didn't you just do a video about ending Ruff? Ending Ruff? I don't make those kinds of threats. I don't do that. So again, trying to put out a false narrative. So go back and look at my last live, guys, and find out for yourself if I made any threats against Christopher Ruff. Didn't happen. But yet here's the narrative out there that people are trying to push, like like I want to physically do something to Christopher Ruff. No, don't. And I'm not saying come up here and we'll have a face-to-face talk. So that's not a threat either. I don't want to go to fisticuffs with him. I want to talk to him face-to-face because I will say to him, to his face, the things that I'll call him out. I don't have to do it just on this channel. He knows where I'm at. He's investigating. Keeps talking about bankruptcies. Him and Lick the whole boot. Yeah, in 2010, I filed bankruptcy. Ooh, is that all you got? That's all you got? I filed bankruptcy in 2010. Yeah, so did a lot of people. I worked for a company called Real Estate Client Referrals. We referred people to real estate agents. Guess what was happening in 2010? Yeah, the housing collapse. Housing market collapsed. Put me out of a job. I was making great money. And then, a lot of people had to file bankruptcy during that time. 2010. Think about it, people. Or if you're too young, look at what was happening in 2010 housing market. And that was the line of work I was in. So, yeah, I filed bankruptcy. Something that I never wanted to do, but I had to. Things were piling up. Plus, I had atrial fibrillation. I had a stroke that year. I also had a heart attack. A lot of hospital bills. Yeah. And now I've got these severe tremors. And he'll say, why my channel's not growing too, because I can't edit, I can't do a lot of different things. Well, yeah, I can't. Lick the whole boot says, yeah, it's just slow, it's boring. Yeah, it is. I don't have the help anymore. So yeah, it can be slow and boring. And I do talk a lot. So there you have it.
they went over my
Oh, cammed up caveman. Glad to see you here, brother. just so you're aware, you were a shitty guest on my channel. All of the people that I showed their body of work and invited up on a panel as a guest, all of you were shitty, according to this guy right here, Christopher Ruff. So yeah, he's all of the people that I've shared their body of work because I think that they're trying to affect change, going after corrupt government. Yeah, you're all just shitty.
Sentencing shit, and it was mitigated. I signed to a 7-year mitigated sentence. A mitigating factor would have been that I don't have any prior felony convictions. You know what I'm saying? Like enhanced against children. Are you guys fucking stupid? How did I get a mitigate? Do you not even know what mitigated means? Aggravated, mitigated, aggravated, mitigated, aggravated, mitigated.
Dubwubs.
I'm asking.
Dubwubs. I can always count on you for some comedy, man. You're sick. I'm not going to read it out loud. You guys can read it. I'm not. Oh, Lord.
Asking the wrong people, right? Probation bond, probation bond, probation bond. What?
All right, the sentence imposed. We didn't make it down. Did I read in?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Have you been reading through any?
Mermaid. Cliff is this bitch's friend. Mermaid Mushroom. This whole group is professional victims. Well, what? I'm not a victim. I've never been a victim.
Any of these? A person who is convicted of any dangerous crime against short people in the second degree.
I'm not really finding anything that's going to fit because
Look, here's one other person in the chat. This Steve ABQ. Anybody know Steve ABQ? He says Ruff is a clown. So apparently it's just me and him tonight saying Ruff is a clown because he doesn't allow too many of us in his chats. You guys know that. And in case you're coming in late, has anybody been? We already had a bunch of people say that they've been timed out or blocked in Christopher Ruff's channel just for asking questions or speaking. Put a 1 in the chat if that's happened to you as well, and I'm sure I know it's happened to you. And it's good to see you, San Joaquin Valley Transparency. I know you're just watching. I gotcha. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been timed out for 24 hours or just flat out blocked from Christopher Ruff's chat. And then he asks questions after and it says the channel owner has blocked you, and you're trying to chat, and he's asking you questions, saying, "Well, answer the question." He's already, and he's the one that did it. He blocked me for you guys will see it here. I'll point it out.
I
wait,
is
wait,
a
hang on.
dangerous crime, and then if you look at
Wait,
B
hang on.
under I,
Hang on. Q. In this section, for purposes of punishment.
it's nope.
Nope.
I or T
Yes.
1.
Okay, I got a suggestion.
Help me. What did?
See right here. I tried to get them off the child stuff, Christopher. I don't believe you would ever harm a child. I even said it in his chat. And of course, he's going to say, "Shut the fuck up," and everybody else is going to say, "You're a liar," blah, 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 blah. But you guys saw it, where I basically told him to get off the child S word, offender, all that kind of stuff. So.
Did he do prior to this that carried over?
Kidnapping. Two kidnappings.
Okay.
But listen,
I tried to get them off the child. No, you didn't, bro. Stop fucking lying. Now you're.
You guys just saw it. So again, accused of being a liar. There we go.
You're just trying to make yourself feel better because you've
Yeah.
been wrong this whole time.
No.
You can't admit that you were wrong. You've been financially supporting and physically supporting these two losers that have lied to you about everything.
I don't believe they lied to me about everything. I've seen evidence that they're not lying, Christopher Ruff. And yes, I have supported them financially. Not as much as I used to, but I still support them financially. And I still support them as a whole because I know what's going on and you don't. You don't. Now, here we go. Last warning, Cliff, where it will be sandwich time for you. Like I'm scared. Like it's going to bother me. Christopher Ruff calling every state about fraud at Wrangler. What?
Them. Okay. You can't accept that. You don't want to accept it. It bothers you that I'm pointing it out, that I can't just go with the flow. I can't just be team. You know what I'm saying, bro? Shut the fuck up. Your old school thoughts and processes and mentality, bro, that shit's old. It's gone. That's not how.
Oh, that shit's old. You see how he's answering everything I'm saying in his chat? But I'm irrelevant. It's like, oh, I get to you, Christopher Ruff, and you know I do. That's the reason why you go off. Shut the fuck up. And that's the reason why you're basically having your chat attacking me. Because you know I'm right about you. You know I'm right. You're a wolf. Yeah, you're a wolf. All you are is a criminal. You still got the mind of a criminal. You've never really taken full accountability of your actions and your crimes, even though you say you are. And you've been saying the same things year after year after year, and it's come to find out you were twisting and lying about even your own criminal background. And I'm calling you out on it, and you're not liking it. And I'm finding out even your partners in crime are contradicting things that you said. I asked her, was this victim a bad guy? She said no. But all these years you've been saying you only did crimes against people that were bad people. So I caught you. Boom, you've been caught. So unless you got something to say about this Robert guy, and go ahead, say he was a bad guy. I'd like to hear why he was a bad guy, and I'd like to see evidence that he was a bad guy that you robbed of $1,000 and beat the hell out of with another buddy, and this female driver that's in the chat that I've been asking questions of. Let's get right into it. Even though it happened so many years ago, but you've been lying about it for so many years now that maybe you believe it's true now. You say a lie enough, you start to believe it yourself.
How shit works now. Now we call out losers.
This live stream really should only have covered the bullshit that he lied about.
Right. Well, we
In
are.
that one case.
Thank you, San Joaquin. Really, I do. I get a lot of supporters of the 1A in this chat. Look, we got Cammed Up Caveman. I featured his channel on my channel, his body of work. There's a lot of people that I have featured their body of work. I've never really asked the bigger channels to share their body of work and have them as a guest because I didn't want to take up your guys' time. You're busy out there. You're doing it. You're making moves. I was just trying to help out some of the smaller channels, a couple of bigger channels, but just trying to be part of the community. Oh, you're here for the sausage party, are you, General? Yeah, you're here for the sausage party. What does that mean? You always got to make things about some sort of a sexual innuendo, don't you? What's wrong with you? Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, you see this? Careful, I'm live. Don't show too much of how I we do the narrative on how we're doing this. Come on, guys.
The Arizona codes that go with it, and
Sure.
I'm trying to find what he did in here.
This is complicated stuff you're doing. But if you will, try to limit this particular live stream so that you don't run on and on and on, because there's a lot of people that are going to come watch this. I don't
Well,
want
we
them to
can
get
edit
lost in the shuffle. Hang on, let me
Look at this big bold print. They're yelling at me, right? Damage done, you fucking liar, bitch. Vigilance Committee, dummies. The Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams. You said nothing about them making a whole ass pages about Ruff's family. That is another thing I don't agree with. Um, I'm trying to think of his other half's name. I know she's in the chat as well. And she does say that she's never had a conversation with Chris Ryder. So if Chris is, I mean, if Chris is saying he's talked to her and he knows for a fact that he's not able to see her kids, his own kids, I don't agree with that kind of tactic. Ooh, did I say something about for public safety not agreeing with the tactics that he has? Yeah, I just did. So am I a sycophant? No, I'm not. Like I said, I don't have to agree with everything everybody does to support them. Okay. And I'll say it publicly, I'll say it privately, and they know me. They know if I don't agree with something, I'm going to tell them about it. So I think I've proven that tonight too. If you go back to the very beginning, we talked about tyrants beware. I'm not going to repeat myself on it. Just watch the whole video after this live stream is done. Okay.
hear me out.
I'm here.
All right, so let me throw you guys a conspiracy that I have here. You see the look on her face right here, this freeze frame. And he doesn't want her stream to run too long, right? Her stream is 2 hours long. His is 5 hours long. He wants people to be in his stream. He doesn't have as many people in there as he thought he was going to have when he went live because they're all sitting in her stream, right? This is what this is about, this little interruption right here. And I believe that, Chris, you might want to be.
Cliff never gets anywhere because he's always backpedaling. No, I'm not backpedaling. I don't backpedal. When I say something, it sticks. Now, I do admit if I'm wrong, well, sometimes I'll say something, off the cuff. But if I'm wrong, I will admit to it publicly. I'm not always right about everything. Nobody is. I mean, give me a break. I don't backpedal though, unless I was wrong. Then I will backpedal. But I'm not always backpedaling. No. I've been supporting for public safety and official misconduct for 2.5 years now, and I'm not backpedaling from that, and I won't because I know certain things that not everybody else knows because you haven't watched every single video, you haven't watched every single live. You haven't had phone conversations when you question things. Because when Dummy Kruger first came out with his stuff, oh, you can bet I called Chris. I said, hey, this doesn't look good for you, man. We need some answers here. Angry Vet, good to see you. What's up? What's up? Angry Vet knows that I don't always agree with everything he says or does either. Doesn't mean I don't support him. He knows that too. So
Be careful. I think Tiffany might have a vested interest in like seeing you crash like quietly because she does have a YouTube channel too, right? Like if people stop watching your shit, it's natural to assume that at least some of them are going to start watching her channel. So secretly, she might not be too upset that you're having issues right now.
yes, you are, Cliffy, but hurt. I love how his chat just attacks the hell out of me when I'm in there.
He's a fucking scandalous little bitch right there, and you're too stupid to realize that. I can't fucking wait to laugh at you when you get burnt on something that easy. It's hilarious, bro. I've seen this kind of dynamic play out before with a stupid dude like you and a manipulative cunt like her that thinks that she's fucking smarter than everybody. And she's not, but she's smarter than you.
I hear you.
What we need to show in this one is just short and sweet, just that narrative.
We did.
Because I know, but I would go over it one more time, play his video where he's lying about it, and then you read just that narrative and be done. and then join me in making fun of.
Then did he say readjust or address that narrative?
Readdress.
Readjust
No.
or address what?
Todd, because this is a lot of fun. Todd's about to spurg out.
Todd
And I
was
heard you got
body
drunk.
shaming me.
I know,
Body
and
shaming
talking
me.
about squirt and all kinds of weird stuff.
Wait,
It's so
what?
dope. Yeah. So do that.
Yeah, GS seems to do a lot of that kind of stuff. I haven't really gotten to him yet, but I'm trying to have him see that he's being misled, and he's hanging around with a retrobate mind, given over to a retrobate mind. GS, that's your buddy there, Christopher Ruff. Okay, it's pretty important that you know that. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. He doesn't talk about morality. He talks about, if we unalive somebody and we get caught, we're going to be in trouble. He doesn't even factor in the fact that it's immoral or something that's wrong. He's a wolf, and the rest of us are just sheep. So he's been given over to a retrobate mind, and according to generally specific, see, I can still say your channel name. You had many conversations with me about somebody that's been given over to a retrobate mind. Well, there's your buddy. There's your buddy, Christopher Ruff.
Yeah. Did you guys notice that? Come on, you guys. A lot of you are older than me. You cannot tell me you're not picking up the same fucking things that I'm picking up right now. Come on. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm not asking you like, come on, agree.
Okay, what's this one say? I can't even read who it's from, but at the Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams. So you want to end people just because they don't like the same people? See, false narrative. So somebody else said, so you want to end people. You said that in your last live. So somebody else is coming in, chiming in, saying, I want to end people. These are lies, and see how they can get spit out and spun out of control. So the next thing you know, I've made death threats. That's that I haven't done. But even Christopher Ruff said he can edit a video in a way to make it look like I've done something like that, right? Because that's how his mind works. That's the kind of guy he is. So I just don't see how FPS and his wife are worse than the government. Why focus on them for days on end? Exactly. But yet they are, aren't they? Well, the thing of it is, I don't know if you know this or not, San Joaquin Valley Transparency, but there's one common denominator with all of these guys. Dummy Kruger, Frauditor Troll, um, Fraudit Wrangler, Generally Specific, Direct D, even though he only wants to be addressed as Christopher Ruff, Lick the Whole Boot. Who else? The common denominator is J.J. Scarborough, the Meade County jailer, is super chatting all of these guys and coming up on their panels. He's spending probably about 20 hours a week, I would say, on the internet attacking for public safety and official misconduct because they know that they're in a lot of trouble with Meade County by what Ray Whited did when he falsely arrested them in the county clerk's office. That egregious arrest, and I think everybody remembers that. So they're trying to cover their own asses, and JJ's using all these people by sending them super chats to turn on for public safety and official misconduct. He's even gone as far as meeting the ex-husband of Tiffany and going to custody hearings to what testify on behalf of uh, felony drug user, I guess. Uh, I'm not sure of all that, but her ex-husband to help him and has actually paid for his attorneys. Of course, they said it was a loan, but I don't know. There was a GoFundMe, and JJ and Fraud Wrangler put money in there for her ex-husband on the custody case because they just want to do everything they can to hurt and attack for public safety and official misconduct. So that is a good band name. Christopher Ruff should, join a band. He looks skeletal enough to be in a band, right? And call himself the Reprobate Mind. Yeah, I agree.
Agree with me? I'm like, come on, am I right or am I wrong? You know what I mean? Does this not read like what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just
Dublubs, I am not going to highlight that. Come on, man. I'm not going to highlight that stuff. Okay, the angry vet. Yeah. I'm not going to highlight that either. All right, let's just continue on here.
this shit's so funny to me.
You notice
guys are
I'm pretty
Tiffany,
silent in
you
the
are
chat right now?
obvious. These are
I've already been timed out in his chat.
people that shouldn't be on the internet when you're trying to hide things, because neither of you are good at lying or hiding anything. Like, not at all.
You would know, Christopher Ruff. You're good at hiding things and lying. So yeah, that's why you've lasted on the internet for as long as you have. You're very good at it.
Not at all. Like, you can't even hide like the little subtle shit between the two of you. You're giving me so much fucking insight. Like, do a live stream again. This is funny.
And then everybody can come make fun of Todd with us. And then we can get more on Chris's record. We got 9 more of Chris's cases on queue ready to go, guys. So let's just cover this one.
Oh yeah, we'll have plenty of time to
9 more cases.
So just go back to the narrative.
You want me to
Remember that
start it one
page?
more
It's 3 pages long.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, guys.
What do you not?
The reason why Chris is telling Tiffany to just go back to the narrative, because that narrative is what Christopher Ruff signed when he pled guilty to these crimes. He signed that. So everything he says happened according to the narrative is just the opposite of what he said. So he's still trying to make himself out to look like the fairly good guy, the Robin Hood. That his partner did all the real egregious stuff, like pulled the gun on him, threatened to kill him if he didn't give over his money. No, the partner did all that. What else? The partner beat him. The partner did all of that stuff. He wanted to make sure and protect the guy, because his partner was out of control and he wasn't sure if he was going to do something to get us in more trouble, like unalive the guy. Certainly we would want to unalive the guy because that could get us in trouble. Not that unaliving someone would necessarily be, I don't really care if I unalive somebody. I've seen a lot of people, dead people. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care about all that. I just don't want to go to jail or prison. I don't want to get in trouble for things. Not that it's right or wrong. That doesn't even factor in because he's a wolf and there's sheep out there. And, the wolf is going to devour the sheep. So everybody's a victim. And he doesn't give a shit about sheep at all. These are his words, not mine. I proved that on my last live stream.
What are you not wrong about, fat boy? I'm not wrong. What are you not wrong about? Not bitter at all. That's what you're not wrong about. Yeah, he's such a liar for sure.
Yeah, I'm not wrong to support Chris and Tiffany. I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. But it's never going to change. It's not an ego thing. I've spent so much money supporting them and all of that I don't want to be proven wrong. And, "Oh, I've got to stick with them all the way to the end, even though I know that they're probably guilty of grifting and all that kind of shit." No, I don't know any of that shit, and I don't believe any of that shit. That's stuff that Fraud at Wrangler was saying months and months and months ago. So, yeah, no. You're not going to get me to change my mind and my thinking. I can I can I can sift out bullshit a lot better than you think, Christopher Ruff. I've sifted out your bullshit. I've sifted out your bullshit. I know you're full of shit. I know you're a liar. I've just proven it here. And yet other people are liars. Mermaid, his partner in crime, he's such a liar. I don't know who she's talking about there. I'm pretty sure she's not talking about me because she doesn't even know me. But he's believing and sucking up she's believing in there and sucking up everything he's saying because she knows him really well. They were partners in crime for a long time. The Alaskan Bush Company is where she worked.
Just go back to the narrative.
And I don't want to disparage her just because she was a pole dancer back in the day and running with this guy and committing crimes, all kinds of different crimes. It seems like she's grown up and probably not doing those sorts of things anymore. But she's definitely nut hugging for Christopher Ruff here. But that's why I wanted to ask her questions before. And that was the very first time I said anything in his chat was just to simply ask her, was Robert, the victim, a bad guy? How do you feel about them beating him up? And how do you feel about now? Do you have any feelings on what you guys did to him? And that's when she gave me the real answers. She felt bad because he wasn't a bad guy. But according to Christopher Ruff, those are the only victims that he had were bad guys. So I proved he's a liar just on that. And she was going to try to cover for him on that, but she didn't know that she needed to because she didn't know what Christopher Ruff's been saying all these years, that he wasn't as bad as what it really was. But he was, and he is. His character is shit.
He's talking about the document that says the narrative on it. You're not wrong about what, fat man? What are you not wrong about, fat man?
Now, this is another thing too. Again, guys, I have tremors. It takes me a little while to type something on my phone, and forever to type on a computer. So he's expecting these answers like right now, and I can't type that fast. That's why I have typos sometimes. But I don't think he understands that. Neither does Lick the Whole Boot. When you have severe tremors and your hands are completely shaking, I have to hold that phone really tight and just use my thumbs to try to type in the computer. So yeah, I've got issues, and they like to make fun of that too.
You've been wrong about everything. That's why your little friends are getting fucking punked.
And I think I just got accused of being a grifter as well. So guys, go ahead and put in all the super chats you can right now, because I want to get my grift on too. Let me get my grift on. Send me all the super chats that you can right now. Go ahead. Click that $ button over there. Oh, wait, there isn't one. I'm not monetized. Ooh, how can I grift if I'm not monetized? And I don't think anybody's put in my pay links, and that's okay. I never ask anybody to put in my pay links. I've got mods in here. If they want to put them in, they will. If they don't, they don't. I never ask them to. So, geez, maybe I should get a grift on. No, not going to happen because I really don't give a rip.
By Christopher motherfucking Ruff. Okay, and they have been for over a month.
Dubwubs, don't ever send me some money. I don't care.
Jump on
Don't
the
pledge to give me
bandwagon,
money
you
either. I
stupid fuck.
don't do
She
that,
was
guys.
there. You stupid fucking retarded old fat fuck. She went to prison for 7 years. What do you mean? Jumped on the bandwagon.
Jumped on the bandwagon of all these sycophants in your chat. You totally misunderstood what I was saying. So there you go. I can't type fast enough to counteract what you're saying, but you got it all wrong there, Christopher Ruff. So I know she was there, and she was honest with me about what she did and how she felt about it. You've never been honest about it. What happened to the victim? That he was a bad guy or a good guy? You've always said they were all bad guys. You've always said that. Turns out she's saying he wasn't a bad guy. So what is the truth, Chris? What is the truth? Was he a bad guy or just somebody, just another victim for you to rob, just another sheep out there that you don't give a fuck about because you're a wolf? You're a wolf. Hmm? Who's lying?
She's driving the fucking wagon, stupid. You're the one that's on it. Shut up, bro. You're retarded. You're retarded, dude. People like you are the problem. You think you know anything. You have no idea. No.
Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams, FPS started talking about her first, you dumb fuck. I, I don't, I don't get into all of that. I only want to know if you're lying, Christopher Ruff, and you are, and we all know it.
Fucking idea. You just listen to some voices in your ear when you do your little live streams or when you talk to your little friends on the phone. Like, you don't fucking know nothing, old man.
Yep.
Go touch some grass.
A fat,
Go play
bitter
in
old
some
man.
water.
Just a fat, bitter old man that needs to go touch grass. Okay, I got you. Boy, do I get under his skin or what? Put a one in the chat if you guys think I really get under his skin because I'm doing things in his chat that is outing him and he doesn't like it. And that's why he's yelling, screaming, basically telling everybody to fucking time me out for the whole rest of the time that he's on here because he just doesn't, he knows I'm exposing him. And he's attacking, and getting this chat attacking. Can you guys see that? That's what he's doing. Put in the one in the chat if you really know that that is what he's doing. He's just trying to get rid of me, this fat old man that's so bitter. I do. I make him mad, don't I, Gloria? Yeah. And I see a lot of ones. Yeah, I'm getting to him. Yeah. He lies about everything. Do you think he will apologize and walk everything backwards when scars, files are first form? No, he won't. He'll never admit that he did anything wrong. He doesn't take accountability. He's not that kind of guy. Tyrants beware. Ruff, did you like my post about you? Yeah, laugh out loud. So here's the thing, guys. He's going to say that he never comes to my channel and watches anything, but he's definitely got answers when he does his next live. And he definitely wants to say things like, hey, Cliff, you know, you got bankruptcies? Yeah, that's all he's found. And I know he's searching for me. He wants to know where I'm at, where I live. He's investigating the hell out of me. He's looking for dirt. He's looking for the crime wave that Cliff Williams was on when he was younger. Good luck. You found a bankruptcy. Good for you. 2010 housing market crash. Worked in the real estate industry. Yeah, had to file bankruptcy. Had medical issues back then. Stroke, heart attack, same year. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills. Yeah, I filed bankruptcy, guys. Um, I'm not proud of that. I wish I wouldn't have had to, but there's a lot of people back in 2010 during the housing market crash that filed bankruptcy. Um, no, I'm not proud of it, but it did happen. Yeah. So there you go, Christopher Ruff. You outed me. Good for you.
Like, bro, you literally have more time behind you than you do ahead of you. You are that old.
You don't think I know that, Christopher Ruff? You will be there at some point. So I want you to think about your words.
Like, you need to be thinking about, your afterlife plans and shit. Why are you on the internet concerned about this fucking stupid ass shit?
Because I believe in what's right and wrong. Because I think our country is in a bad place. Because I want to try to root out government corruption, just like the vigilantes of old did in Montana, which is where I'm from. And my ancestor hung a sheriff of Bannock County because he was corrupt government, and he hung all of his road agents too. There was no law there. There was no law. That's the reason why they had the vigilantes in the first place. Montana was not a state; it was a territory. There were no laws. And when the wolves are out there devouring the sheep, there's such things as vigilantes that will rise up and take care of the wolves. That's what I was talking about. And in Montana history, the vigilantes is a good thing, lick the whole boot. Just so you're aware, there is a lot of pride about the Montana vigilantes, even today in the state of Montana, because they did get rid of a lot of criminals. In fact, and you could leave your gold dust out on the porch in Virginia City when Montana became a state, and before that, and nobody would touch it because they were afraid of the vigilantes coming to get them. So they rooted out a lot of crime in Montana. So somebody had to take the law into their own hands because the law enforcement wasn't doing it. In fact, Sheriff Henry Plummer would tell the miners in Virginia City, "Hey, when you get all the gold that you need, just come to me, and my deputies will give you an escort out of the territory, so that you'll be safe." And then they would rob them and murder them. In fact, the very first road agent that they killed robbed a Dutchman of his mule and his gold, and then murdered him. When they captured him, he admitted to the crime in his trial, which there was a trial, and my ancestor hung him. But the guy first said, "Well, can I write a letter back home to Iowa, and let my family know what happened to me?" And Captain Williams said, "Well, how much time did you give that Dutchman before you robbed him of his mules and his gold and then murdered him?" Yeah, he didn't get to write a letter home. That's true justice. Okay. So I don't care what Lick the Whole Boot says. He thinks I'm sounding like a psycho because I believe in the vigilantes of Montana. He doesn't understand Montana history at all. And not every vigilance committee was good, but the Montana vigilantes were because there was no law. So I want you to think about that, Lick the Whole Boot. Really get a good grasp of a story and history before you try to disparage vigilantes. So there you go. I'm off that bandwagon.
You're not making a difference in anything. You're not accomplishing anything. What are you fucking doing here, bro?
Hey, all I can do is try, Chris. All I can do is try. I'm trying to expose the shitty and the corrupt government, and I'm trying to share the body of work that the boots on the ground are doing. That's what I do. What are you doing to affect change right now, Christopher Ruff? by just going after for public safety. What are you doing that's going to affect any change? Right now, you're not doing shit. You only think about yourself and your money.
Your inability to comprehend the most basic concepts and videos that are put in front of you, or even watch them because you're so blinded by whatever you feel like you want to believe, is a problem for you. You need to like see yourself out. That would be great for you.
Oh yeah, so just see
Team
myself
Chow Chow
out.
with $2. Next t-shirt, we like it rough.
Yeah,
Like that. I can do
I
that.
should just see myself out, right, guys? Big Mike, nice to see you.
I don't, bro, you are too fucking dumb, dude. Too
Yeah.
dumb.
Too dumb.
You done bit off more than you can chew, and you ran your mouth too much. There is no recovery from you fucking running out your mouth and all the shit that you've said. I don't care.
Hmm. Hmm. You don't care?
Fuck off, old man. You
Why
are
you
irrelevant.
talking about it? I'm
You're going to
irrelevant.
remain in obscurity.
There he goes with the irrelevant. I'm irrelevant. Cliff, vigilante. My 3-year-old granddaughter is more a vigilante than this fucktard's morons. Okay. Mermaid, are you sure? Cliff isn't right. Oh my God.
That's what's going to happen to you.
So
The
as
only
soon as he
place
talks
you'll
about
ever
me,
get mentioned is when you come in here
yeah,
and you simp for some fucking loser like this.
I'm simping for a fucking loser like this. Christopher Ryder would tell you that I am not a simp in any shape, manner, or form. Okay? We've had hard conversations. I don't simp for anyone. So think about it.
That's it. Because that's the only time you get noticed, right? If you were to fall into the backdrop of everybody else that's just talking shit because it's obvious that these people are losers, I wouldn't give you any attention then, would I? Would I? Because I don't acknowledge everybody else in the chat. I think you like the attention, old man. Maybe that's part of it. You're getting to that.
I think I like that you like to give me attention because you're trying to stop me from asking questions in your chat. And now that you're asking me all these questions right now, you've already timed me out for 24 hours. So I can't respond to anything that you're saying right now. Does everybody get that? I can't respond to anything he's saying right now. Have you ever been in the chat where somebody's bad mouthing you and you can't respond at all because you've been blocked? And I know most of the people in here, now some people might have come in after I've asked this question. Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been blocked or timed out and not be able to respond by this channel, Christopher Ruff. Please put a 1 in the chat, everyone, that has been blocked or timed out to where people can't see what you're saying in there. I know you've done it before. Please do it again. All right, so there's Dubwubs. There's Carte Blanche. Oklahoma, Outlaw, David, Seven Cities Kid, Poor Dirt Farmer. We already know the Angry Vet. You've always been blocked. In retard's chat too. Gloria, and look at all these ones. And I've only got 22 people in here. Only got. And it looks like pretty much everybody has been blocked in some shape, manner, or form in Christopher Ruff's chat, where they can't respond at all. And he does that on purpose. When he times you out for the 24 hours or blocks you from saying anything, then he's going to ask you a bunch of questions. And you're blocked. You can't possibly respond. So you don't get to answer to the attacks that he's giving. Now, so Big Mike says 2, but I don't go there and watch his stuff anymore at all. Laugh out loud. So go there and just try to ask questions or contradict anything he says, and it'll happen to you too. Dubwub says 14 out of 22. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay, and other people might just, I'm not gonna put a 1 in the chat because that's what everybody does just to get their chats going. No, I truly wanted the answer, and that's okay. So it's not everybody, and that's okay too. But 14 out of 22 is a lot. It's a lot. Double ups. 14 out of 22, but we know GS watching. She doesn't count. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So just remember, I can't answer anything now, right? And he's going to continue on his rant.
That age where any attention, I know old people like you. When I did landscaping, let me tell you a little story.
Yeah, tell
There's
us a
old
story.
people like you that aren't quite physically able that would hire me, and I'd go bid their jobs, and I liked them. They were nice people. The only thing I didn't like is that they would want to talk to me for fucking 4 fucking hours, because everybody they know is gone. Their kids are grown. Don't talk to them no more. They fucking suck at life, and they sit at home, and they got money, so they pay me to do their yard. And I become somehow their fucking friend when I come over, and they want to talk to me forever because I'm a business owner and I'm a nice guy. I sit there and I do it anyway. That's the kind of guy I see you as. This is the attention that you get right here. So you're sucking it in because when it comes around, you need it because you don't get it elsewhere. Fuck you, dude.
As always, I'm going to
Play this video.
publish a link.
So he thinks I'm just some lonely, bitter old fat man that just sits in his house all day, doesn't really have a life. Now, as far as talking to somebody for hours, yeah, I could probably do that. But I can talk to family members too. Yeah, his whole narrative about me, and see, he knows I can't answer to it, right? So, loser, Chris Ruff, you won't let me answer to it because you blocked me.
Link with these scanned in so that you guys can go and check them out and you can see it for yourself. And if you want to break it down more, like what we were doing here,
Yeah, you do that.
you're more than welcome to.
Just go to yours. This is what I want you to do for this video. Do this. Just read it straight through. Don't stop. And then you need to play his video, his version of it first.
We've got a
I know, but we should do it one more time and then end it. So read just the narrative because this is what he was pretending to read.
Whose stream is this?
It's yours,
out.
baby.
Bye.
Do that.
Yep.
Just keep on
Thank you.
questioning.
Bye.
Thank you.
Well, they should come question me. Goodness gracious.
All right. So
All right, so I will pull that back up. Do you guys want to hear it one more time?
thank you, Troy, for the
Thank
10
you,
official
Troy.
misconduct memberships.
Can I say bedwetter?
Poor dirt farmer. That is great advice. A lot of people can't even buy land anymore. Big corporations are buying up all the land and developing it or holding on to it. So I think that time has passed. I hope it hasn't, but you're right. Buy land, people. It's the only thing that is going to run out of. The world is going to run out of land at some point. The population growth is. I mean, property values are only going to go up. And yeah, this is what's happening in our country right now. And it's been happening for about a decade too, Big Mike. I don't know about that one, but I don't. I just don't know. Parents beware. I got my land. Yeah. I've just got my little, quarter acre little house. Just, we didn't want anything big, so 3 bedroom, 2 bath, the typical residential home. That's what we have. So a little more of a hint for you, Christopher Ruff, in your investigation to find out where I'm at. So I know that's what you're doing. Like I said, you're welcome to come up. We'll have a conversation face to face. Not a threat, not an invitation to fisticuffs or anything like that. You don't need to bring your gun, although you would have a right to. But I'll still meet with you. I ain't scared.
I just said bedwetter.
Hit.
Oh, I hope that doesn't have anything on there because I'm still sharing my screen, aren't I?
No, it's blank. So unpresent your screen until you get what you want up. There you go.
Sharing. Easy peasy. Generated. Okay. Nope, I went to the wrong PowerPoint. No.
Hello, Caucasian Sasquatch.
Hey, Caucasian. I'm happy that you came over to the crazy, mess that I have over here that nobody can understand.
I actually was enjoying it because that's,
I was having fun doing it.
Anyway.
You ruin everything.
Yeah, YouTube, those 10 memberships that just got dropped, nobody got those either. So you may
Okay,
have to
so-
contact YouTube.
So I got 50 and then 10.
Yeah, and only 21 of the 50 got done.
So 21 only. All right. I will contact them tomorrow. All right. Let me pull up the video. Say that as soon as I can find the video. I better go back into my YouTube. I was excited about reviewing the ice or the ice.
But that's boring. That's boring to normal people.
It is. Sorry. If you guys want to have an odd person stream with us later, later at some
How many did she say? That was only what of how many? I didn't catch it. I was trying to do something off screen. What did she say? 50? Did I hear 50 or something like that? Or was I off?
No, I agree with that too, Kimmed Up Caveman. Sometimes Chris can be a little bit controlling. He wants things done his way, and but there's, he's the head of the household. But yeah, I think Tiffany should spread her wings anyway and do a lot more things on her channel, and do what she wants to do. Period. But she's going to tolerate what she's going to tolerate, and she won't what she doesn't want to tolerate either. I don't think she has a problem with Chris taking control. I think she wants him to take control in certain areas, in certain ways. Only she will know. She knows what's in her mind and in her heart. We don't. So, well, yeah, I agree with you. I think she should do things in her own way with her own channel. It's hers. I don't like anybody telling me what to do with my channel. So, um, and I think she says it here too at the end. So,
point, let us know and we'll go through and just spend the whole night going over state codes somebody may or may not be guilty of.
Only if it's Friday or Saturday because I have to work.
It is Friday, right?
Yeah, today is.
I was like,
Yeah, that's why I'm still here.
okay. I was like, please tell me.
so even the chat is still asking me questions and talking about me. The Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams, do you know the first thing I asked Ryder a question? He attacked me about kids. I was a sub of theirs. Yeah, okay. So how did you ask the question? How was it framed? Because I know that another certain individual, Todd, asked questions, but he was always digging for the dirt. Got to dig for that dirt. And I know because we had conversations about it. Okay. And I know he was just digging for dirt. Every fucking question he had was an accusatory question, just kind of like lick the whole boot. He has an accusatory question when he asks a question. Doesn't frame it in the right way. So you know he's digging for dirt. Why would you do that if you're actually supporting someone? Why would you frame a question in such a way that they would take offense to it? And like I said, I've asked Chris those hard questions too, and he's never gone off on me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I gave him more money than the rest other people. I don't really know. I don't really care. But that's not our relationship. We talk to each other. We've talked to each other for hours at a time. And I've asked him hard questions, and he gives me straight answers. And then it comes out in the proof, and the proof's in the pudding later sometimes, because he does have a lot of open cases, or he did at that time, right? You can't expose everything. You've got to you've got to hold something back when you've got an open case and you're going to be in trial to win your case. You can't put it all out there. You can't just trust everybody out there to tell them everything. And of course he didn't tell me everything. He would tell me, I'm not telling you everything. So there you go.
It's Friday and that I didn't keep you up past bedtime.
No, actually, if it was not a Friday, you would still have 15 minutes before pumpkin time.
Okay.
And I think you're right about that too, Everybeth. She does. I think she does wear the pants. He acquiesces to her when she puts her foot down. I do believe that. She's a strong lady. I know that.
it's been so long since I've done anything YouTube that I can't even find my videos.
Well, then I don't know. Do you think maybe we should just go ahead and do a room raid over on FPS?
Yeah, and if he wants to do it, then he can pull up my stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was enjoying looking at the Arizona codes, and he just sort of came in here and just.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, guys. I do. I like suggestions. Um, there's just certain things I can't do because of my disabilities. So I know Christopher Ruff and Lick the Whole Boot like to make fun of that, and that's okay. I really don't give a shit, and I'm not bitter about it. I'm not angry about it. They don't get it. That's fine. It's not a big deal to me. And it's not a big deal to me if I get another 100 subscribers ever. I really don't care about all that. What I care about is what's right and what's wrong, and calling out what's wrong when I see it. So
Just ruined it. So we'll go over and we'll raid FPSs, and I'm going to go smoke, and then you guys will see me coming in and taking over and controlling his channel. Like,
Somebody's a little butthurt that happened.
Cliff, the Ditty of Vigilance Committee, how many bottles of lube would we find at your house, Cliff? 0. Don't need it. There's your answer. Oh shit! Why am I answering questions like that anyway? They're sick questions. Sickening. People are just outright weirdos.
You are irrelevant, bud.
I'm irrelevant.
Oh, you think because I talked to you in my chat that makes you relevant? Is that what you're
What?
getting at?
What, he thinks I can answer him? He's already blocked me.
You are irrelevant. I mean, you
He's
can
already
do all the
blocked me.
little videos on me. You talk all the shit that you want over on your cute little channel over there.
You're damn right I
I
can.
mean, I'll never do a live like this about you. Your face won't be up there.
That's
like
okay.
that.
You don't have to, Chris. Don't worry about it.
You might be able to get like Lick the Whole Boot to talk about you and maybe some other people.
See, he was telling me
you're
Lick the Whole
not.
Boot's
You're
going to do
not
something on me.
even.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to
the
that part yet,
reality.
guys.
You know what I'm saying? There's no substance to the things that you say. You just parrot what you hear other people say.
I parrot.
You don't have your own opinion.
So do you guys think I have my own opinions, or do I just parrot what everybody else says? I mean, seriously. I'd like to see some answers on that. If you think I parrot what other people say, be honest about it, if that's what you really think. Because I know I don't parrot what everybody else says. In fact, I go against some of my people that I support. I say, no, you did the wrong thing there, man. And they know. They know. In fact, I even called one of them out in the beginning of this live chat. And I don't even like doing that because we did it in private. But apparently, I have to say something about it in public, according to these fucking weirdos, you know. And I've already said it publicly. I'm never going to say it again. So just find my answers from now on. Why do I have to say over and over and over what you're saying that I'm doing is not the truth? Stop. Just stop, man, because it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You're lumping me in something that's just not true. It's a false narrative. And Christopher Ruff, you're very good at it. So is Lick the Whole Boot. So is Todd. So is Fraud Wrangler. They all know how to do this stuff. Is a Veterans Affair? Is he in here? Yeah. A Veterans Affair. According to Christopher Ruff, you're going to see this here in a few minutes. All the guests that I've had on my channel are shitty. All the guests that have ever been in my channel that I have had up on, as guests on my channel, they're all just shitty. And he can expand on that. And I about 30 times said, yes, I would like to see you expand on that, on how shitty all of my guests were. but I was blocked. Okay. So in this live stream that we're showing right now,
You're irrelevant. That's why your
irrelevant.
channel doesn't grow. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your inability to edit, your
Yes.
shitty live streams, the slow pace,
It is
the
a slow
shitty guests
pace.
that you have up. There's
There
a
we go. Right there. So slow pace because of my tremors. I can't do things fast and make it all look smooth and easy. And then apparently all of my guests are shitty. Um, and of course I can't answer in the chat because I'm blocked. Right. But I did this probably 30 times after he said this stuff to expand on who my guests were that were shitty. But apparently, all of my guests have been shitty, just so everyone is aware. I want all of the people that I've shared their body of work um, to know that Christopher Ruff, the all-knowing, all-seeing, um, the arbiter of who's good and who's not, who's shitty and who's not, has spoken. All of my guests are shitty.
mathematical equation to why you suck. Okay?
Yeah.
I've checked it out. I know.
Yeah, you checked it all out.
Would you like me to expand on that some more?
Yes, I would.
Santa Claus?
Yes, I would.
Because I would be happy to hurt your feelings some more. While you may pretend
Doesn't
in
hurt my
the chat
feelings.
that such a thing is not happening to you right now, I know better, old man. Been around people like you my whole fucking life and in prison. I know how to get under your skin. I know how to piss you off. I'm fucking good at it. I'm really fucking good at it.
He thinks he's getting under my skin because he's blocked me and I can't answer his questions or answer to it. I would like him to expand on all the shitty guests that I've had on my show. I'd like him to talk about all of the shitty guests that I've had on my channel. And anyone else that you think that Christopher Ruff would think of you as shitty, you might as well come up on my show and let me show your body of work and see if we can expose some government corruption going on out there. Just email me, the Vigilance Committee 1864 at gmail.com, because I truly would like to get back to what I was doing before, where I am sharing the body of work of true freedom fighters, boots on the ground, auditors, not just auditors, but investigative journalists, constitutional advocates. That is the mission and the goal of this channel, not this bullshit. But no, I'm not butthurt. I'm not a bitter old man. I'm none of those things. But I am answering to this asshat here. That's what I call him, and lick the whole boot, and generally specific. They're a bunch of asshats that are not doing anything to make changes when it comes to government corruption. They're not doing anything. They are not doing a fucking thing to help the movement. They're not constitutional advocates. They're all about grifting, making the money themselves while they project and call other people grifters. That's what they do.
Dumb fuck.
Yeah, I'm a dumb fuck.
Speaking of this Nikki bitch that's the voice on the screen, is this your old lady that's on the screen with her?
Wow. See how well he investigates? And he claims that he's watched all of all of my content. We've always said that Nikki was my business partner at the time, but she's definitely not my wife. And if you had any idea, Christopher Ruff, you would already know that. So continue your investigation. I know you're a good investigator. Not fucking idiot. Oh, Firm, you're late. Good to see you, brother. Oh, and by the way, you were a shitty guest. All the guests on my channel that have ever come to my channel and I've shared their body of work, they're all shitty. So So deal with it. They're all shitty, according to Christopher Ruff. And just in case you missed that, let's back it up to it. I want to see where he says it again.
You are irrelevant, bud.
Yeah, irrelevant.
Well, you think because I talked to you in my chat that makes you relevant? Is that what you're getting at? You are irrelevant. I mean, you can do all the little videos on me. You talk all the shit that you want over on your cute little channel over there.
Cute little channel.
I'll never do a live like this about you. Your face won't be up there like that. You know, you might be able to get like Lick the Whole Boot to talk about you and maybe some other.
And again, Lick the Whole Boot did something last night too, and I was going to show his stuff about. So I'll get that. I'll get to that. We're going to get to Lick the Whole Boot too, because he's still making accusations that are completely untrue, putting words in my mouth that were never said, all those kinds of things. Probably not on this stream because we've already gone over 2 hours now. But we'll do another stream about it. I've got it up here. It's ready to go. We'll do another live stream probably in a couple of days about what Lick the Whole Boot is saying about me too. Because what he's doing is he's giving cover to Christopher Ruff. He's answering to the shit that I've been saying about Christopher Ruff and that I've been exposing. And he thinks it's all about him. In fact, he thinks that my 9-hour stream was all about him. No, it's all about Christopher Ruff mostly. I've been talking about this guy because this guy is the latest version of a troll that has been attacking for public safety and official misconduct, and he's using all of the other troll channels as his investigation. He's talking to everybody on the other side that have been doing this for a couple of years now, going after them and taking everything they've said and regurgitating it like he's accusing me of doing. He just regurgitates everything that they've said. So you're projecting, Christopher Ruff, projector.
Other people, but you're not even. Oh, you're not even in my reality. You know what I'm saying? There's no substance to the things that you say. You just parrot what you hear other people say.
Oh, I didn't want to.
You don't have your own opinion.
I did not want to highlight that because I like to keep kids out of things. I apologize. I don't want to put. I don't want that up there. Okay.
You're irrelevant. That's why your channel doesn't grow. You realize that, right?
No, it's okay, Firm. I mean, you can say what you want to say. I just probably shouldn't have highlighted it because I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like it being done to Christopher Ruff either. He sees his boys. I believe he sees his boys. I believe he's still with his girl. I don't believe what Christopher Ryder is saying about all that. And if it's not true, he should stop. Don't resort to lying about anything, guys. It's not cool. I don't agree with it. If that's the case, I'm seeing somebody in a chat that says he's his other half. I think her name is Ariana. I can't remember for sure, but she says she's never talked to Chris, and Chris is Christopher Ryder, and Christopher Ryder says he did talk to her. Which, if he didn't, that is a little weird to say that you have when you haven't. I want to be fair. I don't want to be on a bandwagon of lies if they are lies. Okay. And everybody that knows me knows that that's not what I'm about. And as far as Lick the Whole Boot, he's still accusing me of giving out his phone number. Dude, never did it. Not once, not ever. And trust me, I've been asked. So when you said that I did, and you said you're probably going to get a lot of text messages and phone calls because I gave out your number, Where's the evidence of all those text messages and phone calls that you got? There aren't any, because I never gave out your number. There you have it. Show the receipts on that, motherfucker. There aren't any, because I never gave out your number. Period.
Your inability to edit, your shitty live streams, the slow pace,
Firm, do you really have Lick the Whole Boots phone number? Well, you probably did. You were friends with them. Trust me, I've been asked by many people to give them his phone number, and I haven't. I won't. Okay, and good. You haven't given it out. Good. That's a man. You know, and I hope you never do, because I'll get the blame for it. Just so you know, because geez, and I still won't give it out, even though I'm being accused of doing it. He's already accusing me of doing it. Why should I just go ahead and give it out to everybody? No, I don't operate that way. And anybody that knows me knows I don't operate that way. Never going to happen. I've never given out a phone number without that person's consent. I always ask, can I give so and so your phone number? I've built trust in this community, and I'm not going to give up that trust to anyone. I don't care if my channel grows or not. I don't care about all that stuff. I care about trust and building friendships. Not always just friendships. It's partners in trying to affect change in our community. An activist. And I know that's a bad word, so we should say advocate, constitutional advocate. And the people that I have developed relationships with, I believe that they are constitutional advocates. And until I don't believe that anymore, or they do something egregious, Christopher Ruff, to where I don't believe they're a constitutional advocate, I will badmouth them. I don't give a fuck anymore. It used to be that if somebody was doing something wrong, I would just tell them to their face and leave it private and not make it public. Not anymore. I'll make it public. If I believe that you're bad for the community or bad in affecting change with the corruption in our government, I'll out your ass. That goes for anybody. But I'll still never give out their phone numbers. Okay. Let's OTVO. I still have your phone number. Never given it out. And I won't. So.
shitty guests that you have up, there's a mathematical equation to why you suck.
Okay, shitty guests again. So let me back that up just a hair, and I won't interrupt it. You guys can hear it for yourselves. All my guests have been shitty.
You haven't you don't have your own opinion. You're irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
That's why your channel doesn't grow. You realize that, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
Your inability to edit.
Yes.
Your shitty live streams.
Yes.
The slow pace.
Yes.
The shitty guests that you have up. There's a mathematical equation to why you suck. Okay.
The shitty guests.
I've checked it out. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like me to expand on that some more?
Yes, I would.
Santa
and
Claus?
I said it about 30 times in
I
his
would
chat,
be happy
but I was
to hurt
blocked.
your feelings some more. Well, you may pretend.
I wanted him to expand on all the shitty guests that I've had up here. I wanted him to name them. But I'm blocked. And I kept trying, I'd wait, a couple of minutes and then try again, wait 5 minutes, try again, wait 10 minutes, try again. It was about 30 times that I said, yes, I want you to expand on the shitty guests that I've had in my channel. I want you to expand on that. And I still want you to expand on that, Christopher Ruff. You go ahead, expand on it. All right? I'm calling you out on that one. You blocked me from answering the question, but you can't block me on my own channel. So I want to hear who the shitty guests were that I've had on my channel. And so do they. They probably want to know whether or not you think they're shitty.
In the chat that such a thing is not happening to you right now. I know better, old man. Been around people like you my whole fucking life, and in prison, I know how to get under your skin. I know how to piss you off.
You think prison rules apply out here? That's your problem, Christopher Ruff. You think there's just wolves or sheep? That's it.
I'm fucking good at it. I'm
You're
really
not.
fucking good at it.
You're not. You don't
I'm
get under my
fucking.
skin at all. I just did it to you.
Speaking
You
of,
just gave me some content
this
today.
Nikki bitch that's the voice on the screen, is this your old lady that's on the screen with her? Is that
There's proof. He's such a great investigator. No, Nikki and I are not married. There's a Mr. Nikki that comes in all of the chats when she's up on a panel. So wrong, 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 wrong. So there you go, spewing out what somebody else said in the chat. See, you just listen to what other people say and spit it out without doing any kind of investigation.
what I was told earlier, or am I wrong
Yeah,
about that? Is
yeah,
this your
you're
bitch on the
definitely wrong.
screen? Because this bitch is
No.
even stupider than Tiffany if she is. I seriously
And that's not what you were saying earlier, Chris. In the same live stream, guys.
seriously hope not.
Dun, da, da, da. There she is. She's probably working. Mr. Nikki and I are here. Yeah. And before he just made that statement, Nikki, he was singing your praises. He thought this woman is smart. She knows how to go through the documents, and he was saying good things about you. And now he's saying because he thinks you and I are married. He said she's dumber than Tiffany. I mean, of course he's bad mouthing both of you. That's just what he does. Oh my lord.
Bro. You want more? I could be meaner.
He tries to do with mine. So if you guys want to come and watch me go in there and mess with Chris after I have a cigarette, please do.
Actually, Tiff, if you really wanted to, you could send me the link to Chris's,
Mhm.
and then I can go up on Chris's and become the bitch over there, and make
Is
him
he
have an
doing it in
actual
StreamYard?
conversation.
Is he doing
I
it in StreamYard?
I don't know.
It'll be a minute before he makes, if he's still sniping me or if he's sniping Todd, sniping me, like however the hell they were doing that. It'll be a minute before he sees this. So let me go. I'm going to go into his stuff real quick. So give me a second. I'm going to log out of my stuff. Don't go
Freddie.
kill him.
Freddie, it's always good to see you, brother. Okay. I might not see you in chat all the time, but today I did. So
He can hear you.
Not yet. He can't.
The snipe of the snipe of the snipe and them. Yeah. Actually, Tiffany, we could snipe FPS and wouldn't even have to do a room raid.
That would be way too many snipes. So, that would talk about being confused. Like everybody would be so super confused. Were you guys confused during that stream? Because there's some people saying that it was confusing. Was anybody
thanks, Fern. Merry Christmas to you as well.
confused? Because if so, then I'll go through and practice and get everything organized for you guys next time.
Tiffany,
Yeah,
you'll
you
rehearse.
suck.
Get the word right.
I don't like using appropriate verbiage.
No, I'm being smarky.
No, he's only doing it on YouTube. So
Hold on, Aaron.
Hold on. You caught something. Oh, Christopher Ruff. Did we see it? What'd you guys see? What happened there just now? Does everybody know what he's talking about? What did he just see? Come on, let's have some answers in here. Something that they just said. They were just having a conversation. What's it about? Anybody? Anybody? Do you know what Mr. Ruff's getting ready to say? Anybody? Did anybody else see what he sees? I'm not getting any answers. Seven Cities kid. It must be good. I think DirectD has a crush on Tiffany. Yeah. Have you guys noticed that he's had her in full screen here? Because she's actually showing paperwork and it's way farther away. But you don't get to see any of the paperwork because he just wants to show her face. So yeah, I do think he has a crush on her too. I agree with that. She is pretty. So even though he tries to say that she isn't. All these haters out there, they just want to say negative shit about people, whether it's true or not. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. And DirectD, Christopher Ruff, has said, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't even come into the equation, whether it's true. Morality never comes into the equation. Well, if morality doesn't come into the equation, that means you lie too. And yeah, he's a big fucking liar. And I'm not bitter about it.
Error. What, bitch? Your friend was being snarky. You said, I don't like using appropriate verbiage. You're trying to do something in the legal realm? Your friend told you that she was joking. That was your opportunity to pull that back and be like, oh, yeah, me too. And you didn't. Am I the only one that picks up on little subtle things like this? And yeah, error 404. This is error 404, Tiffany. Am I the only one that picks up on little shit like that? Like, this is how I suss out deception and or honesty, or
Does anyone else get it? Because I still don't get what his point is here. Does anybody else get what he's trying to? Is anybody else picking up what he's putting down? Because I'm lost. I'm lost on what he's trying to convey here. I really am. Is it just me, or does other people get it? Somebody tell me. Do you get what he's saying here? He's saying that they're being deceptive somehow. I don't understand by what they just said here. I'm not seeing it at all. Seven Cities Kid. Okay, that's at least I got an answer there. I've never seen the rabbit hole he sees. Okay. Oh, Steve, you hear fish jumping in front of you. Are you getting ready to go fishing? Is it a river, stream, lake? What is it? Here's another answer. DD just babbles now. He is so confused. I think he's related to Biden. And yet I'm the old bitter fat guy that nobody thinks the way I think. That's all old. That's the old way of thinking. Nobody thinks the old way anymore. You got to think the new age way, right? Because it makes so much fucking sense. Like, he's making so much fucking sense right now. Anyway, at some point, in about, I think he's done with me on here now. So he goes another 40 minutes just babbling on about bullshit. And then it goes to, I think, the 3 hour, 58-minute mark. He just gets up and walks away, says he'll be back. And like 10 minutes later, he comes back and ends the stream. So he leaves his whole audience just sitting there hanging, waiting for him to come back and talk some more. And there were still like 147 people in his chat when he left them like that. So he really has a lot of respect for his audience. Not. Anyway, I'm glad everybody showed up. It's so early in the morning too, but I appreciate you guys showing up. I'm going to stop this right now, because I've just had enough of him tonight. And if that makes me bitter, then okay, I'm a bitter old fat guy. So I mean, it's just hilarious. He thinks, oh yeah, I'm an old fart. Old fart should get some rest. So his whole chat, they're all just attacking me because he wants them to. I think he probably has like, um, I don't know, team meetings or something. If somebody comes in here, we're going to badmouth them. We're going to run them down. We're going to call them all kinds of names, and I want you guys to jump in and do the same thing. It's like, um, have I called everybody and made sure that they're going to run Christopher Ruff down? Um, and you're all here on purpose with a purpose, um, because I'm going to tell you, hey, we're all going to run Christopher Ruff down. We're all going to badmouth him. Um, was that all contrived? I called everybody, um, and had you guys come in tonight or this morning to do all this. Um, I don't even need an answer on that. I already know what the answer is. The answer is no. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised if Christopher Ruff does that kind of shit. That's how minded he is. Um, uh, the next one we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do it after Christmas. It's getting too close to Christmas to be doing this shit, right? It's kind of negative, and I want to spend some time with my family. Um, and I've got some of the Christmas shopping done, but not all of it. I'm like one of those late procrastinators, so I got some work to do. But after Christmas, I want to show the whole boot that he did tonight. So, because I want to answer to some of the things that he said about me in there. Um, I'm not going to let these things go unanswered. I'm just not. It's not my nature to have somebody run me down and not answer to it. Um, but you're right. Yes, Joey. Joey, I like that, what you just said there. I would like to get back to the positivity. I would like to get back to the whole what my channel's about. So boots on the ground, auditors, uh, civil rights advocates, investigative journalists, people that are really wanting to affect change that I have not featured on my channel yet. If you want to become a shitty guest on my channel, according to Christopher Ruff, please email me, the Vigilance Committee 1864 at gmail.com. And thanks again to everyone for coming into the chat. I know it was pretty early, um, and watching it. And if you came in late, just go back and watch the whole um, 2.5 hours if you want. But really, I think all of these things needed to be answered, and I needed to do it in a detailed sort of way, like I typically do. Answer to everything that has put out there. Yeah, AVA. I like this. I got to put that up there. Cliff, you rock. I may be a shitty guest, but your show still rocks. I appreciate that. That's kind words. But I know it's shitty. My end of it anyway. Having these tremors and not being able to edit videos because of that, not being able to do things in a smooth way. I know it's not. It's not the best production. I don't put on a big production. Um, but I think my content is honest, truthful, down to earth, and I think people do appreciate that. They appreciate honesty, integrity, something that we know that Christopher Ruff does not have. We proved his character, and I'll continue to prove his character every time I find it. Um, Even the good. I think he's probably a pretty good dad. I hope he's not teaching him that there's only two things in this world, wolves and sheep, and teaching them how to be wolves to devour the sheep. I hope he's not teaching his sons that. And I don't believe he is. I think that's bravado. Um, but I don't know. I can only go by what he says, right? And I think I might agree with that statement. And like I said, I haven't gotten to him yet. And he keeps my name out of his mouth. I probably won't, you know. I don't want to, um, even though I don't like him either anymore at all. Um, Yes. And that's what I want to get back to. This stuff isn't getting us anywhere. The Christopher Ruff thing, what he's doing, um, how it's being combated um, by other channels, dropping to that level. I'm not going to drop to that level by drumming up any kind of lies to, make my narrative better than his. I don't want to do that kind of shit either. I don't agree with it. Um, and I'm not saying for sure that that's what's happening because I don't know. I don't know. I don't investigate the shit that other people are investigating. I just go by what people are saying and listening very carefully and weeding through the bullshit. I'm very good at that. When I talk to somebody, I can weed through their bullshit a mile away. And it took me a little longer to read through Todd's bullshit. Everything he does is bullshit. I figured it out and walked away, even though he says he walked away. Anyway, okay, enough of that. Merry Christmas, everyone. We'll see you after Christmas, before New Year's, and I'll give you guys some notice on it. Other than that, everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And once this live stream is over, please put some comments, even if it's just 3 words. Just put a comment or give your opinion about something. Give me some constructive criticism as to what maybe I can do better, because I'm trying, and if there's something I'm missing, leave me a comment, and I'll try to, and honestly, boots on the ground that I haven't already shared their body of work, send me an email because I'd love to share your work. Okay. And I think I've been pretty good about sharing bodies of work for the boots on the ground. If you guys go back and look at all my videos, I know they're not the greatest production. I had help though, and she was very good at helping, Nikki. But all right, I'm gonna end it. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
In the heart of the vigilance committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred land. We're the keepers of the flame. In the vigilance committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the vigilance committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the vigilance committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the vigilance committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the vigilance committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. In the quiet of the night, we'll keep the watch, we'll hold on tight. In the vigilance committee, we'll stand tall. Together we'll rise, together we'll fall. We're the keepers of the flame. In the vigilance committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always hand in hand, watching over the sacred in the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free. We'll stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred